Hello and welcome back. I'm Shelf Unit and this is my continuing Let's Play of Civilization 2. Okay, last time we invaded some of Germany. We've got a few cities there. We continued to crush the Romans. They've got a couple of cities left, but they've also got one up here for some reason. The Kursk. That's Aztecs. There. We've got three cities left to build. Pop these two up very shortly. Um, Not sure who else I'm going to take out or when. Oh, they've just got a new city there. And we're exploring and we're taking out all the little villages that we can find. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how we're doing. We're way ahead of all the others on technology again. Our tax rate is still in the dumps, but not terrible. Could be worse, shall we say. Okay, so where were we? Let's get on with irrigating and world building. Minsk has got some more. That's been done. Odessa's been done. Yakutsk's been done. Kiev needs to be done. One more. Moscow needs one more. And Novigrad's been done. So let's support from this city and disband. And fortify. Let's go down here and start making these all nice, pretty, and irrigated and roaded. That's coming down. No, that's coming down. Okay, you've been done. Let's get a temple in with you. And you can head off there. Let's move these guys off here. The Sioux have abandoned the United Nations. That's good. Warwick's got mass transit. Means we can now switch that over to a stock exchange, I think. Get some more cash. Canterbury's got a SAM missile battery. Let's get some superhighways in there. Erdo's now got a SAM missile battery. What can we also build there? Let's build a component in there because I just want to. Land for another 100 gold. And let's. Who's in there? Does London still need? No. Does Coventry need it? Coventry needs. Does York still need? York still needs. No. Up here and in and support and disband. Where else do we need to do for there? Needs roads there. Have I got any? Do not have anything there, so I can irrigate that. That can be irrigated. Here can be roaded. Down here can be irrigated. And we'll just carry on building. This doesn't matter, but we'll do it anyway. No, I don't really interest her. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, for some reason we're in peace with the Russians. Kharkov's now built a temple. Let's pop up the city walls. Newcastle's got 5 extra cash in it. Generating. Let's get a university there. Oxford now has a bank. Let's build a coastal fortress there. Novgorod has our first SDI defense. I want a supermarket there as well. And we've discovered the superconductor, which gives us the SS module. Any material through which an electrical current can pass with relatively little resistance is known as a conductor. When an electric current passes through most conductors, part of that current is lost due to resistance, which varies depending on the conducting material and the ambient temperature. Some conductors, when cooled to temperatures near absolute zero, lose all resistance to current. These are known as superconductors, because no energy is lost to resistance. Superconductors can lead to a wide variety of practical uses. These include superfast computers, powerful electromagnetic fields strong enough to contain fusion reactions, and the completely efficient generation and transmission of electrical power. Although the extremely low temperatures necessary to produce superconductivity have limited its uses thus far, recent developments hint that some unusual materials may be superconductive even at room temperatures. The isolation and large-scale production of these materials could lead to a new revolution in the field of electronics. So now I want to get environmentalism up so I can get solar plants going. We've got another, every time we build something new at the end of the term, this will update. Let's get along and irrigate there, and now we can get more irrigation happening there. Okay, so let's send you up to here. Ah, yes. Okay, things now make more sense. It was the Germans that were talking to me, not the Russians. And this road up there. Minsk's produced that, so I think it's only Moscow. And is it only Moscow that needed it? Yeah, I'll send it over to Moscow. And Kiev's done now, isn't it? Yeah. Let's disband that. Support from the city. And fortify. Germans have got the electronics. Now has superhighways. Not a huge amount of tax happening there, but hopefully we will continue to. Odessa's built a SAM missile battery now, which means I can pop you on an SDI defense. Friendly skilled mercenaries, I don't need them, I don't want them, I'm going to fortify them there. Who needs what? Coventry's done, London's done. York needs one more. Nottingham needs one more, and Canterbury's still done, so there's plenty to do. Disband you, support you. Now we can build a road there, we can irrigate here, and we can go up and build a road there. I'm pretty certain I want this done as fast as possible though. So Munich has got that now. Barbarian uprisings. BC now has an SDI defense. And it's got a supermarket. I'm going to temporarily turn you into capitalization. 34 gold a turn is going to take away all of our deficit. It should do, yep. Now Minsk. Swing along there. 100 gold, that's always good. Rostov now has city walls. A factory in there. Novograd now has a supermarket. Let's quickly build a spy in there because I want one and it's only going to take 1 turn. More friendly mercenaries, let's fortify them there. Warwick's got everything it needs. Canterbury needs to get rid of some old troops. Continue with the farming. All the way down. Now the Aztecs have developed the automobile. That gives them a lot of now a lot more advanced than other races. Riga has city walls. They've got what can I build? Let's build a harbour there. I'll show where Riga is compared to the rest of things. Let's switch you over to, where is it? There's capitalization. Now we've discovered environmentalism. I want stealth next. Okay, environmentalism. For centuries, human society has taken the gifts of nature for granted. As civilization grew, humans spread out across the face of the planet, taking what they needed from the land and producing more and more waste materials with little regard for the future. In the late 1960s, a growing number of people became concerned about the growing problems of pollution and the destruction of natural habitats. This movement led to the formation of groups like the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA. The EPA's aim is to reduce all types of pollution. To this end, the agency has imposed strict laws and guidelines concerning the disposal of hazardous materials, set clean water standards, and studied more effective techniques of solid waste disposal. The primary goal of the environmental movement as a whole is to make sure that the environment is safe and intact for future generations to enjoy. Okay. So our income is now massively higher than our expenditure, which means I'm happy to buy the United Nations. I'm going to fortify that spy in there. I'm going to send up another one of these guys. I'm going to disband you in there and support you from there. Okay, let's activate you and fortify you in there. Sverdlovsk has a library now. Let's get it a factory as well. Warwick has a stock exchange. Let's get it loads more cash. And now I want some missile battery there. Also, Coventry builds a mass transit. Let's get you a SAM missile battery as well. Canterbury super highways now. Let's get you a solar plant. And London builds the United Nations. meaning that every civilization has to sue for peace with us. Let's get you a SAM missile battery. There it has the mass transit now. Let's get you a solar plant. Okay, right. Advisors, city status. So York has capitalization. I want to change that up for solar plant. I will reduce, and I will every area, everyone that's got capitalization is going to go on a rolling thing. So once I finish the solar plant in York, I will put that back on capitalization, possibly, or I might finish building all of the things I need, and then switch to Kiev. And then once Kiev's done, if we finish all of our technologies and switch to fundamentalism, which is the plan, once we've discovered all the technologies, then I will just switch immediately from capitalization over to building the solar plants. But we shall see. 200 gold there. Perfect. Warwick's done. Canterbury. Excellent. I can disband you and support from there and fortify. And Edo can do that too. Let's irrigate you there. And what have we got around here that we can carry on doing? Let's get you a temple up. And activate you. Fortify you in there. Yeah. You need to just one fortification. Okay, we've captured them. Wiping the Russians out on that area as if it's a developed map making. I mean, what have they been doing for the last several thousand years? Place that I'm not going to attempt to pronounce builds a temple. I'm going to just throw up some city walls around you. Lots of places need sewer systems. One more required from Minsk before I stop this. Does Odessa not have one? Yes, it can. An advanced tribe, a new city, eh? Let's get you and you activated now. So developed steel. Newcastle has built a university to encourage my... Oh, I haven't got a coastal fortress. I'll get one of those. Capture it now as a bank. Let's get you a SAM missile battery. Stay with ships. Let's progress you over. Okay, Canterbury's done. Nottingham needs one more, and that's it, I think. So Hastings can stop building those now. Can instead build itself a solar plant. Let's disband that and support. And we send this up to Edo. then once that's built, I might change to a solar plant again. I think we can probably, yeah, we can irrigate that there. Sioux have landed near Oxford. Let's talk to them. Hello, Consul Sacagaware. I think that's pronounced. Terms unacceptable. Yep, 1100 gold. Awesome. Sebastopol has built a marketplace. So let's build a library there now. Tempted to build a factory straight away, but it's got decent production. Meadow has built one of those. I'm going to build another propulsion there, and let's switch to a solar plant now. Now I discovered stealth. This is my favourite one. It's been long recognised that in warfare the best advantage available is surprise. If one can approach an enemy undetected, the attack has a better chance of being successful. Widespread use of radar starting in World War II greatly decreased the possibility of surprise for an airborne assault. Planes could be detected from miles away, giving the enemy a chance to prepare for the attack. Over the years, the military has employed many different approaches to solve this problem. The most recent development is stealth technology. Stealth planes are painted with radar-absorbing paint and designed in such a way as to minimize the number of angular surfaces from which an enemy can bounce a radar signal. The engines are also hooded to reduce the plane's heat signature. The result is an aircraft capable of approaching an enemy target, launching an attack, and returning to base with little chance of detection. The F-117A stealth fighter was used with great effectiveness by the US forces in the Persian Gulf War in 1991. And our last remaining technology is fusion power. London built SAM battery. Let's build a solar plant there now. Moscow built structural. We need about 30 odd of these, so when we eventually get to it, we'll kick in pretty hard. And that's the final one Minsk needs to build. And now it can get a solar plant. Yeah. Once we finish the technology tree, in the game you can carry on developing technologies, but they're just classed as future technologies and have no real effect on the game other than to increase the point score of your civilization. So I find it relatively useless to do. Can I bulldoze those trees? I can. Border barbarians! Let's take the ones that are closest to the city first. 100 gold there. Now the Germans have automobile and they've acquired communism. And the Sioux have also got automobile. Miktop has city walls. Let's temporalize that. Krakow now has city walls. That's already got a temple. And an aqueduct, which is good. Let's make a factory out of them. Or maybe I'm going to build engineers there. Oxford finally has a coastal fortress. And I'm going to give it an offshore platform now as well. Krasnoyarsk has city walls. And very shortly a temple. Munich now has a temple. It needs to have city walls very quickly. Warwick's got a SAM missile battery. And I want it to have a solar plant ASAP. Odessa now has the SDI defense. It needs a solar plant. So many things. It's fortifying there. kill as many of these as possible. Let's send you over. Disband you. And support from the city. Let's irrigate here. And there. And irrigate this out. Anyone using that tree there? They are producing quite a decent amount of stuff as well, frankly. Coventry's now got a SAM battery. Get some solar panels in there. Let's irrigate everyone on that. Yeah, that could be dangerous. Fortunately, it isn't. Newcastle finally has that. I was really surprised they hadn't had that before, frankly. Manufacturing plant in there. Is there any more up and around? And not. So let's head down with you guys. Excellent, they did a good job. Okay, what else can I do around here? More irrigation, I suppose. Okay, that's changed there. They've got an aqueduct but no temple. Vladivostok now has a factory. Let's build a harbour there. Egypt has increased its defence. Let's increase its money-making generation potential, and we've now finally got fusion power. Nuclear fusion in 1898 is the process by which two atomic nuclei combine to form one heavier atomic nucleus, giving off tremendous energy as a byproduct. This type of nuclear reaction, which is the process by which stars such as the Sun produce heat and light, requires very high temperature and an enormous amount of pressure to initiate, and a reliable system of fuel containment to sustain. Fusion reactors have been produced in artificial environments on Earth by bombarding deuterium with high-energy particles accelerated in a cyclotron. Unfortunately, the amount of energy released in the reaction was considerably less than the energy required to accelerate the particles. Brief fusion reactions have been demonstrated in the detonation of thermonuclear weapons, but these reactions are useless for power generation because they cannot be controlled. A way can be found to produce a controlled fusion reaction. This technology offers great promise as a source of electric power. The combination of abundant fuel sources and no harmful byproducts makes fusion power a safe alternative to dangerous side effects produced by nuclear fission. Now we can research quote-unquote future technology 1. This being the case, I am now going to force a revolution because there's no point in researching things unless we just want our score to increase. I'm not too worried about the score. I'll look at this in a bit actually as well because we haven't done that. So I'm going to switch government type to fundamentalism. Fundamentalism is a form of government organized around a central set of beliefs. These beliefs, usually religious in nature, form a rigid guideline for the actions and reactions of both ruler and the people. In a fundamentalist society, the people and the rulers are entirely devoted to their beliefs and are usually willing to die to preserve them. So only every unit beyond the 10th costs a shield per turn to maintain, except for natics, which never require maintenance. Settlers eat 2 food per turn. No citizen is ever unhappy under fundamentalism, which means you can build cities that are infinitely populated and they will never disorder. Fundamentalism has a very low rate of corruption. Under fundamentalism, tax luxury science rates cannot be higher than 80%. Under fundamentalism, all science production is halved, but since we are not researching anything anymore, this does not matter. Any improvements that normally convert unhappy citizens to content citizens produce tithes, money equivalent to the number of people they would normally convert, and require no maintenance. Well, the temple, because we've got Adam Smith's, doesn't require any maintenance, so that doesn't really matter, but now because the temple converts 2 people from unhappy to content, will provide us with 2 gold. Since we have the Michelangelo's chapel, that counts as a cathedral in every city, and a cathedral converts 4 unhappy people. So that means we generate an additional 4 per city, regardless of anything else, because every city counts as having that in there. Also, if we build a Colosseum, that will now generate 4, an additional 4. And diplomatic penalties for terrorist acts committed by diplomats and spies is reduced. Fundamentalism eliminates all unhappiness problems and provides excellent revenue, although research tends to languish. So on that, I am going to throw the revolution button, and I'm going to say goodbye, because we have come to the end of this episode. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe. If not, do not worry about it. It's been a bit slow this episode in many respects, but we have now progressed off the edge of the technological chart before the turn of the 20th century. So thank you ever so much. Goodbye.